Hi, my name's Claire Atyeo and I'm a confidence coach, and it's a real pleasure here to be talking to you for inspiring entrepreneurs. The talk that I'm going to give to you today is of goal setting, but goal setting from an authentic place. Most of us are familiar with setting goals within our business lives, our personal lives. But what I've actually found is a lot of people, sometimes you achieve them, but sometimes you don't. It's very hit and miss. And I think the one thing to kind of really think about when you are setting your goals is, what are you setting them for? Goals are very, very good for keeping you motivated, keeping you focused, making a plan, keeping the momentum going. But they can also be quite destructive, in the sense that if you don't actually reach your goal, what's your inner voice saying to you? You know, do you have enough confidence? Do you have enough insight to yourself to actually go, oh, well, you know, I didn't make that? Or do you say, I didn't make that, and then start beating yourself up about it? Because then the goals that you're actually setting can be working against you rather than working for you. So I think that's a really, really important point to make, is goals are a brilliant, brilliant tool for kind of pushing yourself forward and reaching your potential, or reaching a potential place where you want to be. But you need to make sure that you don't actually kind of use it as a whipping stick to yourself. The other thing with goals is, why are you making them? What are you making them for? And are they yours? Or are they somebody else's? Or is it a perception that you have to be in a certain place or earning a certain amount at a certain time? And again, this will all reflect in whether you reach your goals or whether you don't reach your goals. Because if they're not yours, if it's not a burning urge in you, if it's not what you're really wanting to do, but it's what you're thinking you ought to be doing, then the likelihood is that you're not going to achieve them. The best thing that you can actually do is kind of just take a moment, take a while, sit, meditate, use whatever it is that you use, meditate, yoga, Pilates, anything that kind of makes you be in the moment, and then look at what you want from your life, what you want from your business. Especially if you're just starting out in business. Why are you starting out in business? What is it you are actually looking for that business? What is your end game? Is it financial freedom? Is it to have more joy? Is it to have more time? Is it to look at the core needs that you have, to be able to kind of, and then that will help you make decisions within what you actually start or where you take your existing business. Because what you can actually find is you can work, and then actually get there, achieve your ultimate aim, and not take anything from it. And I was actually on a call a couple of days ago. I was doing an interview with a coach that's actually going to be on here. And one of the things that she actually said was a gratitude char. Now that is it's a very good thing to do, especially when you're starting out in business, especially when you're, you know, building something new, is to actually put, every time you achieve a goal, or you do something new, or you've pushed yourself just that little bit more that you wouldn't have done before, then write it on a piece of paper, pop it in a jar, and then you can actually see that. Because the problem is, especially when you've got a big project on the go, you're always looking forward, and you don't ever actually enjoy the getting there. And to actually be able to manifest what you really, really want, you have to feel like you have it now, and you have to be grateful and have gratitude for what you have now, and then more will come to you. So it's really, really important to kind of take the time to enjoy the now, and to feel that you have the now, you're where you want to be. Because if you're not feeling where you want to be, you're not going to get there. You're actually pushing it further away rather than bringing it to you. So my advice to you would be, review what you're wanting, review what you're asking, and where is it coming from. Any of you that know me know that I started on my self-development program last year. And what's interesting is, as I made my vision board and I set my goals, and I was going to conquer the world, and my business was going to do this, I was going to do that, and yeah, I've achieved a lot of those goals. But what's interesting when I look back on my board, from what I knew then to what I've learned now, my board was mainly of materialistic things. And I'm not a materialistic person. That's something which I know it's kind of contradictory, but it was interesting because I kind of stuck all these beautiful pictures on my picture board. I have to say my vision board's fantastic. But it wasn't what I wanted internally. It wasn't demonstrating what I was seeking eternally. So hence to say, I never made any of those. I never achieved any of those, which is, it's really interesting when you get into it. Look inside. What are your needs? What are your core needs? What is it you're seeking from life? What's going to make you happy? What's going to give you joy? How, if you do X, is that going to change your situation? How is that going to change your life? How is it going to enhance your life and enhance the lives of others? And I think it's really quite important to kind of take the time to think about these things when making your goals. And I say that because a lot of the clients that I've had have been women, have been business women, and when you actually start talking to them, when you actually start getting to the crunch of what it is and what we're trying to work through and what they're actually wanting, what's been highlighted is some of their actual core needs have absolutely nothing to do with their business, which is why their businesses have been struggling, which is why they haven't had, they haven't been able to get those clients, they haven't been able to kind of build it the way that they wanted to, because it's not what they necessarily want, it's what they've thought that society expects of them, it's what they have interpreted and perceived that that type of business should be doing. And they're not getting the clients because they're not giving the authenticity, and people can see that. People can see that straight away. You need to be giving authenticity. I do these videos. I'm really not very good at being in front of the camera. I'm working on that. But I think, and I hope that people actually see the authenticity of what I'm trying to say. And it's, you need to be coming from a place from the inside. You need to be coming from a place that is genuinely you, and that's what's going to make your business, and that is what's going to build your business, because that is what people buy into, that's what people see, that genuine input, that genuine person. That you can have the best business plan, you can have the best product, you can have the best of everything, but if you don't actually feel it, if you don't see it, if you're not giving 100% authenticity, people aren't going to buy it. And it's the same with the goals, your goals. If you're not setting your goals from a place of authenticity, of things that you need and desire, then you're not going to achieve them. You may achieve some of them, but they're not going to give you the woohoo that you were wanting. You're just going to go, oh yeah, I've achieved it. And you move on. And there's no pleasure in that. There's absolutely no pleasure in that. You know, if you're going to take the time and setting goals and you're going to be pushing yourself, then just take the time and sit down and look at what is it you really want in your life. And Then from that, when you get to that, whether that be love, whether that be family, whether that be financial freedom, whether that be the ability to travel, when you get to those cores and you actually got those core goals, you can then plan what your business is going to be, or how you're going to organize some leverage within your business to give you those. You can then make your plan. You can then take little baby steps to hit goals that are going to feed your core goals. Now, this is nothing new. This is not something I've devised. I cannot take any credit for this. This is what I've learned from a course that I've actually been on. There are many, many out there, but the one that I would actually recommend is the Desire Map by Danella Laporte. And you know, if this is something that interests you, then I can put you in contact with the coach that I did the course with, the wonderful Amanda Kieran. And I have to say, it's a phenomenal course because it takes you through a lot of stages, and it really gets you to think, and it really gets you to open up to what you, not society, not the mother, not the wife, not the daughter, you, what you really want from your life. And as I said, if you're interested, drop me a line and I can give you the details of Amanda, and she can then talk to you further about the course. It's been lovely. I wish you all the very best of luck, and it's been a real pleasure to have this opportunity to talk to you. Thanks again. Bye-bye.